Hi, this is Tarot Reader. In this video, I'm going to cover the bi-monthly readings for the earthy signs, that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The timeline is 9th of February 2017 till 9th of April 2017, the coming 2 months. As far as the Taurians are concerned, especially for the Taurian woman or the Taurian girl, you need to be very careful with your relationship life. Your intuition might work in your favor, but you may not pay attention to your intuition, or you're trusting someone who doesn't want to give you any commitment, or someone who could stab you on the back, because you've drawn a card which implies pain and accumulating that pain inside your soul, okay, and something that's not good when it comes to relationships. For the Taurus male, yes, your intuition is something which will be very strong when it comes to your business, your profession, and even the opposite sex will help you, especially women who have gone through a lot of pain, women who've been through many relationships, women who've been through separations, women who've been through widowhood, women who has seen suffering to the very core. They will be lucky for you in the coming 2 months. Financially, you haven't drawn very rich cards, even though your Taurus is a sign of wealth, okay. There could be some new beginnings, but be careful, because people may take advantage of your situation, or they may try to emotionally manipulate you. There could also be people who may try to take advantage of certain things which you're not aware of. Yeah, there could be some disputes wherein you need to take a stern course of action, like filing a police or a cop complaint, okay, or sending the legal notice which is needed. Yes, but money wise, be very careful. Yeah, you could have a situation in the next 2 months when you're facing a cash crunch. You need money and you're not able to find it, or you're not able to arrange it when it is needed, and the people you approach could let you down. So just be careful. As far as the Virgo people are concerned, you've drawn a lot of major arcana cards in the coming 2 months. Okay, for the Virgo female or the Virgo woman, be very careful with your health, especially if you're suffering from thyroid issues or water retention problems or weight issues. Things could get more aggravated, things could get more troublesome. Get yourself checked. Sometimes the diagnosis is not very clear in the very first attempt, so just be cautious on that. If you've given money to anyone, if you lend money to anyone, it will be difficult to get it back. Loan issues, it will not get resolved either. If you borrowed money from people, it will not be easy to return that money. But I do see support from men who come from the business background. Yes, men who come from the business background, men who come from some kind of an important professional life. Could be accountants, could be aristocrats, could be political people, but men who are very business minded, very cunning, very shrewd, they could help you. If you're a Virgo male, then yes, health issues are there, especially related to your spine, your abdomen, and your skin. Yes, but if you're someone who's into business, you might get good deals in the next 2 months. You might get some opportunity to make more money. Yes, if you're someone who's into employment, like you're doing a job and you're a Virgo male, then in the next 2 months you could get favor from people in authority. Maybe your boss might be very kind to you. He might give you the promotion that you're looking for in the next 2 months. As far as the finances are concerned, yes, there will be an element of tension, because you've drawn a card which shows some kind of an isolation, a feeling of tension, isolation, where you feel lost. You feel if things go bad, no one is going to help you out. Yes, and certain things with respect to finances could not work out to your advantage. You might work hard on it, you might work in an over aggressive way, but even then the work may not get completed. Yes, and be careful, you might end up making unwanted enemies which could create more financial trouble for you. So as far as finances are concerned specifically, I would not advise you to be adventurous or take any kind of risk. But yes, professionally, if you're getting new opportunities from someone else, especially a prominent man, whether you're a Virgo male or a Virgo female, if you're getting it from a businessman, you might get some favor. It might work in your favor. Yes. For the Capricorn male or the Capricorn woman, okay, it's more about relationships and passion in the coming 2 months. Yes, because you've drawn so many cup cards, and you've drawn so many relationship cards, whether it is your life in general or your finances. Just be careful, don't allow your ego to come into or affect your normal life. Okay, I agree, ego is important. Everyone wants to pamper his or her ego, but sometimes because of ego issues, certain misunderstandings crop up, and they affect a lot of things, not just the relationship, they also affect your life in general, your work life. Your ego issues could actually spoil things for you professionally, whether you are a Capricorn male or a Capricorn woman. Okay, also be careful. I'm not saying you have to be very forgiving, okay, but sometimes don't allow your personal grudges to block you from moving ahead professionally. There will be some decisions which you may not be very comfortable taking. Sometimes you want to keep both the doors open. You don't want to make one single choice. You want to keep all the options open, but that doesn't always work. Okay, being over optimistic, or keeping all the doors open, hoping that everything will work out, no, that doesn't always work. So you have to be a bit more practical. You are a practical sign, okay, but you need to use your practical instincts right now. Yeah, and don't be very imaginative when it comes to work or professional deals. Okay, and if you're changing the job or you're going for a new business, look into the paperwork. Yeah, just be careful with what you're signing and what you're dealing with. As far as money is concerned, you might get money from someone you love, or someone you have lust for, or someone who wants to give you that momentary happiness. Sometimes there are relationships in our life which don't give us the acknowledgement of marriage, which are not conventional, but they give us those memories which we can carry with ourselves for the rest of our lives. Yes, and you have drawn cards of soulmates. If you're a Capricorn woman, expect love or happiness from a man who's already married, or who cannot give you the commitment, but he's charming, he's blessed with money, he comes with an arrogance, and he loves you. Yes, if you're a Capricorn man, okay, you might get involved with a woman who's already married, or who's not being very honest with her marital status with you. Okay, but she's passionate and she's willing to give you that happiness. She loves you from her heart. Okay, and she'll be very lucky for you as well. Yes, if you have any doubts, any queries, do ask or write in the comments below. Do subscribe to my channel. If you need to book personal readings, give me a call or send me an email. Yeah, this is Tarot Reader, and God bless you. Thank you.